Good evening and welcome to another night of ozfortress Summer Cup action. Tonight we have the lower bracket round 2 game between SACRED.tf and male Cougars. I am joined by Fozzlm and we are actually just starting up on the first map of Granary.
Yeah, Granary Pro, I'll quickly try to go through the male Cougars roster before we get to mid. We have Moop Merking on Demo, Malice on Medic, Helen and Bowen on Soldiers, and Mitch and Cursive are going to be the scouts for tonight. We'll get to Sacred rosters in a bit, but it looks like both demos are making it up to mid now, both going the standard catwalk rollout, both being again followed by their scouts, so both teams mirroring each other pretty well on this mid, just damage being traded, but no one's in the red. Actually, as I say, that's right, it's the first casualty. Super following suit, but Moop is down, so that's a lot of damage missing for Male Cougars. But that does not seem to stop their team, as they're just picking up the frags. Uga, the only remaining survivor from this SACRED.tf team, and he is hightailing it out of there with very low health, so really dominating start to the match for Male Cougars.
Yeah, that was a pretty much worst case scenario mid there for SACRED.tf. They got there about a solid 2 seconds after male Cougars, and then they got caught out on the low ground against 2 bombing soldiers, which is really not what you want. So really nice mid there from Cougars.
Yeah, it is working out. We do actually have a sniper now up on the defense of SACRED.tf, so hoping he can get that miracle shot. But you know, with a full Uber advantage and SACRED.tf being as close as they are. Oh no, Hallion actually dropping to a pipe. The Uber's used anyway, but possibly a costly drop there by Malice, and the demo's really not getting anything done. But as I said, at Moop, Mitch, and Cursive pick up 4 frags. It's just Super and CCam alive. They're picking up a few frags, but with Super the only remaining survivor, things are not looking good for the SACRED.tf team. And he is down, and here we go. Male Cougars taking the first round of this game. A very quick 1-0 lead for them.
Yeah, honestly, like it wasn't about Uber at all. Moop did enough to just damage the Sacred players down low enough, and Scouts did some great cleanup work while the rest of Sacred was distracted, so really nice push from them.
Yeah, so we'll get on to this next mid, and I believe both demos are going to do this, a catwalk roller, and there we are. But here we go, Moop is actually much faster than his opposing demo man. He actually has dropped down to Gary Door. Again, no early damage being traded off, but it looks like position possibly a bit better for this Male Cougar side, but health is not in their favor as they've got 3 players in the red. Whipple though, going down to a nice little flank by Mitch there, who picks up another frag onto the demo, and a third onto down. Wow, Mitch. Fantastic start to the mid by Mitch.
Mitch 100% that mid there for Male Cougars. It was, look, they had good positioning at the start, but they could not hit their shots, and it looked like Sacred was about to take it, but Mitch with a massive 3k, completely saving that mid for them, and now they're in a really good position again. They don't have a medic this time, so they're not going to have the full Uber roll through second, but they're still in a pretty good position to push through.
Yeah, Mitch just a fantastic flank on the mid, getting the med and demo down instantly and following up with another frag. Really what you want to see out of your scouts, and you know, Granary even not really known for being a very scout-friendly map, so it's fantastic to see such a big play like that, as we've got a bit of a stalemate out on this yard here. It looks like Malice has actually got himself a decent little Uber advantage here, just grinding a bit better than his opposition of Whipple.
Oh, that's huge.
Mitch finding another frag onto Uga. Defending second is going to be incredibly hard for the Sacred team. In fact, they have looks like they're hightailing it all the way out of there.
You physically cannot hold that point without a demo. It is one of the most important classes for holding on Granary. So losing a demo like that is absolutely brutal.
Yeah, and they have this 30% Uber advantage, and they're just going for it, flashing Demo and Soldier in, kindly taking a scout as well. Mitch is actually the first casualty. Bowen goes down as well.
Shot from Super.
Fantastic, and what really looked like a fantastic start to the push is backfired, as that is a team wipe for Male Cougars. Whipple coming up on his 100% Uber as SACRED.tf is going to take back their second point and start hightailing it back to mid, but Mitch, the player that he is up on sniper now.
Yeah, there was no coordination from Cougars on that push. Oh, and Mitch with a massive headshot on Uga. That is going to completely slow down the push there for SACRED.tf. He will go down, but he's absolutely done enough, although Bowen going down isn't going to help them out at all.
Yeah, it actually looks like the demo here might be caught out as well, as Moop does go down. CCam loses his life for it, but he puts out a lot of damage. Super picking up another frag onto Malice before going down to Cursive. So yeah, again, going in the favor of SACRED.tf. But again, we're seeing some terrific plays from Mitch really early on in this match here.
Yeah, look, that was just uncoordinated play from Male Cougars there. They had a really nice pick on the demo, but then they just streamed in one by one and died to the pocket medic combo. They really needed to just kind of group up as a team and then push against that lack of demo. And that's the same issue they had pushing last day. They just went in one at a time, and that's why they lost that Uber push.
Mitch is still sniping from forward spawn here. He's had a bunch of shots, but finally decides to backspawn after being gored out. Does actually manage to waste quite a lot of time, but it's really not enough. There's a very aggressive Uberin from the SACRED.tf boys. They get Bowen, send Move flying back, just surviving on 10 XP. They're probably going to catch the medic out. Yes, Malice just got out of position from his team. Right traces his life for it, but a really fantastic frag as the rest of SACRED.tf comes streaming in on this damage. Only Cursive and his Sentry Gun's down. It's just a lone engineer. And there we go. SACRED.tf tied back up.
Yeah, a nice push from Sacred. That being said, Male Cougars just did not have enough control of that lunchbox area. They really needed to have someone in there looking out for that push up from above because they were completely caught out by that, and it was disastrous for them.
Yeah, so we'll get on to our third mid fight here. It looks like Mook's been having the slightly upper hand in terms of Uga on this side, but actually looks like Uga's a bit quicker, but again, he's on low ground, and Mook has so much space on the high ground to rain down stickies. One of the scouts on SACRED.tf is very low, but luckily he managed to get booked up. Oh, and a fantastic shot to shut down Super. Mitch goes down as well, and Bright gets another frag before taking down. This mid is very evenly fired, but it looks like Moob is just going to clean up on so much damage. He is having a field day on top of those crates.
Honestly, that mid was won at the very start with the very first sticky. Oh, Moop trying to follow the medic. Gets finished off by a crossbow and his own sticky. That's unfortunate for him. Nice work by Whipple. But yeah, that mid was won by Moop's very first sticky. It hit both the scouts and prevented them from being able to actually participate in the mid fight. And there were so many players low on Male Cougars for so long that if the scouts were there, it would have been an easy cleanup for them. But they just weren't around to capitalize on that because of how low they were from that first sticky.
Yeah, and so now we're left with a sight we often see on Granary, even Ubers, even players, so this is often a time where you'll see quite a bit of stalemating out, but with the new Granary Pro, hopefully we'll see a bit less prone to that, but we'll see how these two teams decide to tackle it. Uga's being a bit aggressive here, no, just slowly backing up, trying to get up some cheeky stickies on top of the catwalk entrance.
What I'd like to see is an aggressive, I guess, a standard aggressive soldier bomb through right here. There is a scout up top, but I feel like the medic is in a fairly vulnerable position, and it wouldn't be too difficult to get a soldier in through garage or there's Suzuki's going out trying to hit the medic, doing a little bit, but not quite enough. Yeah, just I feel like an aggressive suicide play is the play right now to get on that medic.
In fact, there's actually some really aggressive spam being traded out here either side. Like they're slowly backing up. Yeah, it seemed to be a bit of an altercation, but the flank of SACRED.tf is looking really weak. Possibly, in fact, one of the soldiers has gone back for ammo, so this might be a time for Male Cougars to try to exploit that. But they are more than content of just sticking back on mid and getting a bit more spam damage.
So it looks like we've got a...
Oh, sorry, go on.
Bowen with a massive bob! And Moop finishes Whipple off. Actually, coordinated play from Bowen and Moop, dropping Whipple's Uber. That was huge! And in comes their but they pick up CTM and Shupa. Moop and Bowen the only casualties so far for the Male Cougars side. That was a massive play. Mitch finishing off, Bright and Uga. Cursive got down, so that is a full team wipe. Holy crap.
That was amazing coordination out of this Male Cougar time, and as a result of that, they pick up their second round of this Granary map. We're seeing some pretty quick rounds here as we move on to our fourth mid fight here.
Yeah, that was a really nice round from Male Cougars. They had much better coordination that time than previously. Let's hope they keep that up, because I would rate Sacred as a slightly better team, but Male Cougars are definitely bringing the fight with them.
Yeah, once again, Moop is not stopping this. Oh, really nice damage from him early on from Moop, and he's got his whole team surrounding him. They're all playing in this sort of depth corner area, and as a result, Bowen's the first casualty. But the health is really not looking that good for either team right now, so it's really about who can clean up, and once again, Mitch comes in with 2 frags. Another one, third, and a 4th mid, once again, having a fantastic mid for his team, just going absolutely ham here.
Yeah, Mitch has been playing so well. That being said, this mid is not over. It is still 2v2, and we've got a medic being pressured by Uga. Uga, massive play, picking off Malice. Holy crap, that is another drop, this time for the other team. That was huge play, and actually possibly saving the mid for his team. Halion cratering. The only one left alive is Shupa, but that mid was 100% won by Uga there. Yeah, wow, right at the very end.
Possibly gonna set up Bowen just with some easy spam rockets, taking out Shupa, who possibly didn't position himself too well. Bowen possibly wanting to contest it with Scout, and here we go, jumping in, missing his first rocket, but no, he gets a nice follow-up onto Riot, taking him down. And another fantastic shot onto CKM, so Bowen doing a really good job keeping this mid alive for his team. Mid does go down, but I think they've got this one pretty much in the bag for now.
Sacred Scouts just don't seem to be probably able to clean up on the damage. There's been lots of players on the Cougars side that have been really low. I'm just surprised that they've managed to, they haven't been picked off. But Uga going really aggressive, picking on Uber. Uga, Moop does finish him off. Though Shupa and Riot both picking up frags. That is Halion and Moop down.
Yeah, there was a really nice coordinated jump from the two soldiers. SACRED.tf, he's getting a lot of damage onto the team, and there we go. Malice having to escape on about 60 health as SACRED.tf.
Oh, we got an aggressive soldier bomb. Oh, shut down by Mitch. He does pick off Cursive, but that's okay for the defending side. Scout for a soldier at this stage is really not the end of the world.
It is, and we see a 25% Uber in the hands of SACRED.tf, and they look like they're going with it, but they are lost down in CCAM so early on in this fight, and Malice is more than likely gonna get his Uber up before this phase. The medic in pocket of Sacred are caught so far out of position. And yeah, Bowen finds the frag, Cursive with another one. Uga does pick up Mitch, but I didn't see a lot of coordination there for the SACRED.tf team. It just seemed to be a medic and a soldier going in by themselves and hoping to kill 6 players.
Looks like we got Shupa moving down onto the combo. He does pick up Halion, but I think that's all he's going to get. Just mistimed it slightly. He does force the Uber though with the help of a scout. So nice work there by Down and Shupa finishing that off. But yeah, what I was saying before. Got CKM coming from behind though, picking up Malice. Oh my gosh, they finally get that medic. They lose 3 players for it, but that's worth it at this point because they'll be able to defend last now against any massive Uber advantage. So that's still nice plays from them.
Yeah, these medics having quite a tough game this match so far. They seem to be picked off left, right, and center. But yeah, we do see Whipple here with a really juicy 50% Uber advantage in his hands, more than enough to be able to muscle out this Male Cougars team, but the issue is sort of using a Uber effectively onto Grand Mid is incredibly difficult just with how spacious it is. It's really quite easy to kite and just get out of there without really losing anyone. So it'll be interesting to see how they do with this.
Not just that, but the chokes are so difficult to get through without popping. That's the real big issue, is that you can't get into it without popping. Except, I say that, but they managed to. They do get in, they've only just popped, and it looks like they can catch up the medic. Malice goes down to Riot. Riot picks up Cursive as well. It looks like a soldier up top is pretty low, gonna go down. Mitch gets taken down by Down, and looks like Riot with the 3rd frag of the push. Very nice pocket work by him, and I'm very surprised that they managed to get through those spawn doors, those garage doors without popping. So nice work by them, but probably maybe a little bit of negligence there from the Male Cougar side.
Yeah, SACRED.tf is pretty much proving us wrong as they're beginning to roll here onto the second point. There's a few stickies from Moop, but really not enough to hold them out, and they're going to get this one for free too. They still have about a pretty much dead-on 30% Uber advantage, but they do have to watch out for Mitch on Sniper and Cursive on that Engineer class, so you know, they've got that 7th player on the field effectively, but they do have a fair bit of Uber advantage, so you know, if they push prettier...
and Mitch picks up Uga. Oh, wow. That is a huge play. Just that body shot on the demo is going to completely delay this Uber charge push from the Sacred side. Malice should be able to get his Uber up in time now, but he gets another one. He gets on the shoot, but they could actually push this. They could push a few players through and force that medic. That's what I'd like to see them do, but I don't think they're going to, especially with that engineer up. They're probably just going to sit and wait only 6 seconds till Shipper spawns, but Malice is already on 70%, so we'll have an Uber to defend this point.
Yeah, just seconds before Riot and Co were about to push in, he got that crucial headshot. Like, they were pretty much standing at that choke point, ready to jump on through, but that headshot completely bolted down the push, and there we go. Pretty much a full Uber advantage going to waste due to some really terrific and on-point sniping from Mitch, just slowing down the pace of the game wonderfully. And he's still going to Shupa getting that.
I was about to say, we do have Shupa on the sniper, and there he goes, picking off Mitch, the thorn in Sacred's side for so long. And looks like they're going to just move straight in. Both Ubers are popped, but the sentry hadn't been spotted out until now, so it's going to be a really tough push here for the Sacred side. Looks like they're going to lose Riot, and Down as well. This is massive. Shupa does actually manage to snipe down the sentry. We do have a scout kind of getting caught out. CKM only on 1 HP. He goes down, so does Uga, but Shupa with a huge headshot onto Malice is gonna really help his team out there, because now Male Cougars aren't gonna have that Uber charge pushing through, you know, later on. Whipple actually might escape.
Yeah,
Oh my
very
gosh.
lucky to get away with his life. It looks like the players of Male Cougars really not wanting to commit too much to get that med pick. Possibly the right decision. I don't know if they knew how low he was, so I don't know.
Halion had a
50-50
chance
call
right there. Halion really should have just jumped onto Whipple's head. He was out in the open, and there was no one to deny him. That was a free gimme med pick for any seasoned roamer. So Halion with a little bit too much hesitation, and that could come back to bite them now that Whipple is at 80%.
Yeah, only a 15% Uber advantage, so unless they dot push it, really not. In fact, it's dwindled down to almost nothing.
Well, that's because Malice is
grinding.
on crits. Malice is on a crit streak. We've got a 100% crits coming up in just a second. Whipple is on at 97.
Oh,
It's
he
not going to
popped.
happen. Nah, it's not
Malice
going to
popped
happen. The crits comes out,
incredibly
but so
early.
does the Uber.
Yeah, I think Whipple was actually, Malice was actually forced there. I don't know exactly how. I think he was overextended from his demo and took a bit of damage and just sort of panic popped, hoping, but then, he was disconnected from his team, so the crits really couldn't do anything for the first few seconds. And as a result of that, the Sacred team just managed to rush through and tie this game up 2-2. Really close match we're seeing here tonight.
Nah, they just got a little bit over eager. They weren't quite in position to actually get through those doors, and they popped the crits about maybe 2-3 seconds before Sacred had their Uber. But Sacred just managed to back out through the door, and Male Cougars weren't able to chase in time. So nice work by Sacred there to evade that crits.
Yeah, once again, Move has just pretty much outclassing, just very so slightly Uga every one of these mids and getting to this high ground. Here we see a really aggressive bomb from one of the
And that shot! That shot by Halion, shutting down Super. Nice work from him. And it's a 3-player advantage, or 2-player advantage now rather, for Male Cougars. That being said, they are really low, insanely low. They're probably going to lose this Halion and Bowen only on sub 50.
Oh no, he gets caught out and just has to dance around. Mitch had a really good chance to beeline for the medic there, but just a bit hesitant on his movements and gets caught out by Riot, so he just hightails it out of there. And
Bowen is in a nice position here. If they don't check it, if they don't have anyone go through top, he could actually very easily pick off the medic, and that looks like it's going to happen. I don't think they've seen him. And he's going to drop down. Here we go. We're on the Whipple, and he's going to get him. Huge from Bowen. Very nice play from him, just hiding on that 50 HP. I guess they didn't expect him to stick around on such low HP. That was really nice. And Mitch winning a duel against CKM is going to help slow down the any aggression.
Yeah, going down as well. We'll see Super just moving in, but eat some stickies.
He got Riot in a good position as well. He's going to try and double the medic. He's been spotted out though, and nice deny shot from Halion.
Yeah,
very nice.
Checked that little forward spawn per the moment he walked out of those gates. He is not having any of that nonsense plays coming down on his medic as Male Cougars just wander in on this mid fight with a very, very nice over advantage in their hand. CCam is on Sniper, whiffs the shot, so he's just going to keep rotating until he can find a head to click on.
Sniping into that mid is just it's almost impossible unless you're an absolute top sniper. CKM is going to have a little bit of difficulty here. I feel like he made a mistake leaving the forward spawn door, but he's just playing really aggressively, and I feel like they should be able to capitalize on that. That being said, Moop goes down. The Uber hasn't used, but Moop died early on. Uga and Super are down as well, so it is going in Male Cougars' favor. They are managing to pick up another couple onto CKM and down, so it's only 2 players, Whipple and Riot, left alive. That being said, they do have the Uber, so they should be fine holding this last point.
And Uga has just respawned, so this is going to be a mountainous defense for them. The Uber finally comes out.
Oh, but they're not going to get
standing on the point.
Oh my gosh, they do it! They do it!
Uga. Fantastic work from him. There is a soldier just camping this high ground, waiting to drop down on the point at any second, but he's actually denied by Whipple.
Moop with the cleanup. Can he do it? 3 kills. Craters. No, he doesn't crater. Gets pistoled down on the point. Man, that was as close as I think I've ever seen. It's not quite over yet. Cursive going for a last-ditch effort, but
Bowen
unable to do it.
Bowen, the spy man.
Oh no, this is some dirty stuff, and I don't think he'll make it in time. He could go for a medic pick. I think that's the play now, because I don't think he's going to make it to the point in time. Man, that point was saved by Uga. He actually knocked a scout off the point when it was about quarter second away from being capped. Bowen gets caught out too. Just, I think they heard the cloak sound, so unfortunate for him.
Yeah, really fantastic work by Uga, coming up really at the last second as the Male Cougars team streamed in and just pretty much single-handedly put his team on the back and helped them save this round as they start to move in here.
It's a very nice aggressive dry pushing here from Sacred, and it's working out really well for them, just muscling their way in. That being said, Mitch does take down CKM, so Sacred will at this point, but they do lose a player, so I would like to see Male Cougars try to push back in. Losing Bowen isn't going to help them out, so they'll probably just have to sit and wait. But yeah, very, very nice push from SACRED.tf, just taking advantage of Male Cougars' unpreparedness.
It looks like they possibly want to just burst through left here. We see both soldiers and Demo Man and Medic bursting into this left side of Granary Yard, a play that I just love doing. And here we go, looks like Medic and Pocket, they're going to rotate upstairs. They look like they're a bit indecisive what they want to do. Looks like the whole team is gathered up around Gary here.
Oh, wow. I was going to say Bowen got caught out, but he actually managed to pick up Schuper. He does go down in the end of CKM, but Mitch goes down as well. So that's 2 players down now for the Male Cougars side. And here comes both Ubers. Nothing really done yet, just a little bit of a standoff. Just trying to muscle their way in. It looks like SACRED.tf are actually going to secure this point, though. I don't think Male Cougars are really going to be able to get back in. And CKM is on the combo. He does pick up Malice. Huge from CKM. Oh my god. Mook finishes up with the pipe, but he did his job and he did it well. So now it looks like SACRED.tf are just going to roll on through. No heals out for the Male Cougars side. That being said, Bowen and Mitch do pick up a frag apiece. And it's only Schuper left alive, but he does get on the point. Is anyone going to get back in time? I think he's got it. He's got the fat cat. Oh,
fantastic
wow.
plays by Schuper. And there we go, SACRED.tf taking their first lead of the map, pulling it up to 3-2 with about 9 minutes left on the clock. Let's go to the 6 mid-fight here. Really fantastic Roma plays from Schuper there, just being able to cap out that round behind the entire Male Cougar side. He just pretty much gave them the one around.
And it looks like we've got both demos again, really similar times. That being said, Mook does take a little bit more damage than Uga, but massive Soldier Bomb coming over top, unable to really do anything, just kind of gets shut down a little bit. Mitch getting big onto Uga. That's a demo down early on in Granary mid-fight. That is massive. Cooper goes down as well. Mook does get finished off, but he's still on a fair bit of damage, so I think he's pretty much happy with how it's gone so far. Looks like Mitch is still behind, not really able to do anything. Down picks up Bowen, so it's even players now. CKM it does die as well, so yeah, so actually still even players now with the spawn, but it looks like SACRED should be able to finish this off. That being said, the Uber does come out here for Male Cougars a lot earlier than that for SACRED. Whipple's only on 93%. Is he going to get it? I don't think he is. Cursive and Mitch going huge. That Uber coming in right at the perfect moment for SACRED.tf. Holy crap.
Yeah, Malice with some fantastic just building there. Getting his Uber up really early. Whipple had a slight chance of possibly getting over there, but him and Down just was slightly disconnected there, and it left him stuck at 93%, getting him killed off. And again, Male Cougars taking a really nice, clean, decisive mid-win fight here.
Yeah, that was so nice from them. Although it looks like a bit of soldier aggression coming in. Bowen does get taken down. It looks like they've traded out for Schuper. And we'll see. Likely, Male Cougars is going to be ready to push once they get that Uber. They are a solid 25% Uber advantage. So it should be pretty easy for them once they get it.
Yeah, looks like they're just both teams spamming the shutter door here, just waiting down on those last few seconds before the Uber comes up. Here we see SACRED.tf being incredibly defensive, all the way back on their left door here. Really smart move by them. Should probably give them enough time to kite and get their Uber up.
I would have liked to have seen Male Cougars really take position up in that sandbox area. Actually, here comes the Uber anyway, but it doesn't seem to do too much. Mitch gets taken down on the flank, and the Uber's getting pretty aggressive. They do manage to force off SACRED's, but they've lost 2 players, and the Med's going to go down in just a second. That is going to be a full team wipe. Surely, Halion the only one left, and there he goes. Not a single frag acquired for the Male Cougars side. But yeah, I really feel like they should have taken more ground. They got a soldier frag really early on, which opens up that lunchbox area so much. And I really feel like they should have just taken that while they were only at like 80%, so they were in a position to push when they actually had the Uber, as opposed to waiting for the Uber and then getting ready to push. It takes too long doing that.
Another crucial point is not only did they not get a frag, they also didn't even manage to cap up that second point, denying any chance they had of getting some forward respawns. So they're all the way back on this yard area, 30% Uber disadvantage. Things looking really good for SACRED.tf here, as they slowly just grind their way up to this 100%.
Bowen was hiding under the little drop down bit, but decided better of it. Realized that would probably be throwing his life away if he did that. Bowen actually tries to go in aggressive in a garage, but takes a lot of damage and gets taken down before his medic and crossbow. And here comes the Uber for SACRED.tf. Uga and Riot, both having picked up frags. Moop goes down, and looks like only 2 players left alive now, with Riot getting a nice shotgun onto Cursive. Halion and Malice the only ones left, and Malice is on 95%. He should be able to get this Uber. Just Malice managing to hold off a scout. They do have to... Well, I really don't think he had to pop there. That was a bit eager there. And it looks like it might be the end of them. That being said, Schuper should die to Bowen. No, he gets out. Wow, Super.
Super did a fantastic job there. Instead of Malice being able to use that uber aggressively.
Oh my gosh.
That gets a carry kill.
Oh!
He came
And
right
a serve for Whipple, but not enough. Bowen!
Fantastic
Bowen had a
damage there.
huge...
Wow, that's a very odd series of events there. When things were looking so good for SACRED.tf after a pretty terrible Uber from the male Cougar side, things just flipped themselves on their head, and male Cougars are recapturing their second point here.
Yeah, I mean, there was frags from pretty much everyone. Bowen had a nice play. I'm pretty sure Malice got a crossbow frag. Mitch got a couple of frags, I'm pretty sure. So really nice defense there, holding on. It looks like they managed to cap up that second point and hopefully stabilize now.
Yeah, and they now have the Uber advantage back in their favor, but that is not stopping the Sacred team for being quite aggressive onto these shuttered doors here. They're really not giving male Cougars any room here. And I wonder if possibly, maybe one of the meds has maybe got a bit disconnected with their Uber tracking. I'm not sure here, but if I was SACRED.tf, I would be backing out right here, because if male Cougars dot push this, their team will be in a bad place. But,
they're in a fine position now. That being said, there is a massive soldier bomb. Bowen not really doing anything with it though. I'm not sure yet. They mustn't have realized they had such a big Uber advantage, because they didn't do anything with that. They really could have just pushed on through into the medic, but they've lost 2 players now doing this, and now they're in a terrible position. This is really good for SACRED.tf.
We've got the Uga back cap 1v1ing move. Here we go, the demo. Both melees are coming out, and it's actually the roller that finishes off move, but Halion gets the rocket. Whipple's running in with the Uber Saw. I don't know what his plan was there. He dies for it. Riot picks up Halion, but Seagam picks up Cursive as well. I don't really know what's happening here. Bit of a
Bowen
odd play from outside, but Malice is the only surviving member. It'll take a miracle play for him to defend this last, and he is unable to, as SACRED.tf take it 4-2 with not much time left here on the clock.
Yeah, honestly, male Cougars must have forgotten, or mustn't have been counting that Uber, because they had a massive Uber advantage. They really could have just pushed out through the shutter door, right into the combo of SACRED.tf, but instead they decided to sacrifice 2 players to try and get the other medic, and then push the rest of the combo through through courtyard, and that just didn't work, honestly.
Yeah, it's a terrible shame, because Bowen actually had a fantastic opportunity to take down the med, but Whipple just jumping over.
Oh, move destroyed. Halion with a nice rocket onto CKM.
Really aggressive jump.
Bowen!
Yeah, fantastic Roman jump from him there. Things are sort of even out on the mid, but the heal advantage is in favor of male Cougars, but that
Super! Oh my god!
Nothing.
Individual plays across the map. Super actually managed to get a nice one on the end to finish off Malice, and just a little tiny air shot. Like he was in the air, so it was technically an air shot. But a very nice play from. There were so many individual plays that made that mid. Pro Dog's air shot, yeah.
But yeah, we've got Mitch on the Desperation Spy play, and they do need to be desperate. There's only 2 minutes 30 down on the clock. They're down by 2 rounds. So yeah, they really need a big play here, and they need to steamroll some rounds here if they want to take it into the golden cap and not give up this first round.
Spy play, Mitch, that was optimistic as I've ever seen it. I'm not really sure what he was trying to achieve there, because there was only a soldier and a scout on that point.
And really all SACRED.tf have to do is like stall out about 20 seconds more time, and I think it's going to be pretty much impossible for this male Cougar side to come back from it, but it looks like they just might push anyway.
They should. They've got the player advantage here. That being said, Pocket going down, not the way you want to start a push. It looks like they're still going to try and go for it anyway. Both scouts going very aggressive, and looks like they might even get caught out a little bit. But neither of them going down. No frags yet at all. CCam the first to drop. Cursor goes down, so just a scout trade off the bat. Whipple is at 96% Uber. He can't find anyone to heal, and he goes down. Everyone is dead.
I feel like SACRED.tf were playing that as a bit of a joke push. It sort of just looked like everyone was jumping around, doing their own things, not really possibly taking it too seriously. Just sort of messing around rather than deciding to get another round on board. We do have Right gets one record.
Does force the Uber.
That's launched Skyward. Is he going to make it? No.
No, he's not. No way. Mitch was in a good position there. But that's, yeah, a minute 14 to go. 4-2. Looks like SACRED.tf have got this map pretty neatly wrapped up now. But Bowen goes down pretty early on into this aggressive push. Down gets traded out for him. Chupa and Ulga go down. So it's a 2-player advantage here for male Cougars. See if they 3-play out. Whipple goes down as well. So they might be able to pick up a final round in the dying minute of this game. That'd be nice for them. Just some nice momentum at the end. CKM trying to block the point, but unable to do so. This could happen. They could get this last round.
All down to down. Seemingly he had a miracle headshot, but instead he'll just eat a pipe and hide back into the forward spawn. In fact, is he going to leave? Or is he just got... Nope, he is just hiding out. He's going to go for the miracle shot. Coming up behind the player. He's got his kukri out, but all of
Oh, and they're
Male
gonna
Cougars
get
are
it.
already on
Oh,
last point.
spectacular work from Male Cougars. Honestly, that's just really nice stuff from them. Finishing it off, nice and strong, letting Sacred know that they're not giving up. They're still in this, and while they've lost this map, they're definitely gonna still fight for the next one.
Yeah, definitely. As you were saying before, just having that last little round win, even, you know, if possibly SACRED.tf weren't playing to their full potential, just getting anything on the board when you know you've lost, that's just, you know, gives you a bit of pep for this next map. And speaking of this next map, I'm going to try and find out what that is, because I do not believe the teams provided that information for us.
Unfortunately not, but I mean, look, it was a good map. I feel like Male Cougars probably made they just made a few too many mistakes. And that's why they lost. They just bled a couple of times. There were just a few pushes where they went in like one at a time, two at a time, and didn't really coordinate. They had some nice moments, but some obviously not so nice moments as well. You know, still pretty similar though for Sacred. They just executed a little bit better across the board, and were a little bit more coordinated. I feel like their scouts really picked themselves up after what I didn't, you know, I wasn't really impressed by how they were playing together at the start, but they managed to pick themselves up and do a lot better cleanup work towards the end. So nice work from Sacred to kind of come back from that. I think it was a 2-0 and managed to finish it off with a 4-3 map win. So nice work by them.
Yeah, really fantastic individual plays by the players on Sacred. I'm going to quickly pull up logs here as we're waiting for map to change. In fact, as I say that, map is changing right now. But I still want to quickly have a little gander at these logs and just see if we can gain anything from that we might have missed during the match.
I think the main thing to look at is, so the top of the damage, you've got Riot and Moop pretty much even with each other. So Riot just doing a lot of pocket work. He did have a very, very good game from what I could see, but Moop, I felt, yeah, he just had a much bigger impact than Uga on the demo. It feels like, yeah, the Soldier and demo counterparts, so you know, Riot doing a fair bit better than the pocket counterpart on Male Cougars, but Moop doing a lot better than Sacred's demo. So pretty even in terms, I guess, when you factor those two out. But then it's I'm surprised to see, I guess, CKM and Down way at the bottom, because I feel like they really stepped the game up at the end. That being said, Mitch and Cursive only just a little bit above them, so the Scouts pretty even as well. It was fairly even game, honestly. Just as I said, Sacred executing that little bit better to drive them over the edge.
Yeah, and that's completely reflected into stats here. And we have our next map. Looks like we have Sunshine on our hand side. This is Sunshine RC9, I believe.
Yeah, one of the most interesting stats from what I can see is that, so despite Riot doing about nearly 3k more damage than Halion, Riot only got 33% of the heals to Halion's 38, and then Moop got 18% to Uga's 24. So it looks like the player with fewer heals just doing a lot of work there. Really, really nice play from those teams, from those players, and I really feel like maybe the medics should just diversify the heals a little bit better. Then I feel like maybe give Moop a little bit more, and maybe Riot a little bit more as well. That being said, I don't really think Riot was ever really caught out, off guard or anything, so I'm not really too sure. Maybe it's just the red medic Malice just focusing a little bit too much on Halion.
Yeah, I mean, the only times I really saw Riot get caught out was when he just decided to walk through shutter doors and get dropped by sticky traps. But again, he seemed to be pretty well leashed to his medic, did a really good job pocketing. But yeah, you're right, stats are pretty well even across the board, and that's completely reflected what we saw in the game. It's just a few really just lapses from Male Cougars and moments of brilliance from SACRED.tf that ended up being the decider there.
Yeah, I'm hoping, that's right, I'm not really too sure which team's pick that was, unfortunately, so we don't know who has the home ground advantage, so to speak. Looks like, from what I can see, the last team, so Male Cougars did play Sunshine last week against Gabba Gods, and they won 2-0 on Sunshine, and I haven't seen Sacred play Sunshine in a little while, so it looks like maybe Male Cougars have the most recent experience on that. Obviously, we don't know scrim results or anything, so that's not entirely reflective of what it could actually be. But my guess is that this would be Male Cougars' map.
Yeah, you're completely right. We're just getting word that Sacred did pick Granary, worked completely to their favor. So yeah, Male Cougars picking Sunshine. Really interesting map. It's one of the newer maps we're seeing in the league. There's some very mixed feelings about it either way. And possibly that
I
might
wouldn't
be
call it new anymore. It's been in for a few seasons.
For a while, but you know, new in terms of it's not one of the classics that you know, it's not Badlands or Granary.
I think there's, you know, as seasons have gone on, the resistance to it has lessened. It's definitely grown very well. I know early on in its formation when it was first put in, there were lots of complaints, but the map creator, whose name I conveniently forgotten, has done a lot of. Thank you. Yes, he's done a lot of work in improving this map, making it better, listening to requests from top level players, and it's become a really good map in my personal opinion.
Oh yeah, I remember. I believe it was first introduced in ozfortress when I was playing Div 5 a couple seasons ago, and I just remember lots of people. It's one of the maps where no one wanted to scrim it, even in match week. It was just one of those, do we have to play this map sort of things. But yeah, you're right. There's definitely been a lot more love for this map. And as we've seen sort of on the upper echelons play, sort of, you know, you've got the general strats beginning to evolve and people become just a lot more comfortable with how it's laid out. Because it's one of the maps where it's really comparable to, say, just a lot of features from other maps. So, you know, second, again, has been compared sort of to Process. Last has been compared to God knows how many other maps. So it's, in a way, it's a sort of a mishmash of other strategies pulled from other maps, but it's completely unique in its own right, and it's become, yeah, it's just a nice little map to play as both teams begin to flood into the server here.
Yeah, personally as a demo main, I've always enjoyed this map, even from the very first season it was introduced, so I'm a little bit biased, I must admit, but I think the early hate was a little bit unjustified, but I'm glad to see it stuck and players have been more willing to play it lately.
Yeah, but this is the TF2 community. We're just, you know, we hate change. I think there's a general rule for the most part. But, no, it is really good to see. And some sort of, again, it's not new anymore, but it's nice to see a bit of variety in the map pools. And hopefully we get to see more custom maps enter the league and more people stepping up to make these sorts of maps. Looks like we're having a bit of delay. It looks like we're still a couple people short from either of these teams. So we might have a bit of a delay here before the match gets started.
Yeah, I think it's what Mitch on Mel Cougars and or person whose name I meant to write down but didn't at the end. Shooter, that's the one. It looks on missing for SACRED.tf. So Mitch just joining in, only missing one player. I'm sure it'll probably be in very momentarily.
So yeah,
but let's just talk about, I guess, the differences between this map and Granary. It's a lot more free flowing, in my opinion. More, you know, more room to flank, more room for, I feel like, scouts to have a lot more of an impact this map than on Granary.
Yeah, and I guess in a way, I would say it has a much more dynamic mid than Granary. Granary's sort of become a thing where there's really, I mean, you'll see variations all the time, but there's really only a few typical set plays you're going to see. I feel like Sunshine, just how it's a bit more open, you know, with the cafe areas underneath the point and obviously the bell tower itself, it allows for some really interesting plays, especially for both demos coming into this mid. And, you know, we saw last map, a lot of the mids were decided by either Moop or Uga getting some really early damage on either each other or their scouts. So it'll be interesting to see how that transitions here onto Sunshine, where personally I believe a demo can do a bit more on Sunshine, depending on, you know, just how he decides to get to this mid and how the other team decides to play. But how do you feel the Soldiers are going to face off onto this map based on what we saw?
I feel like Riot will have a really good game. It's a pretty good Soldier map, and I feel like Riot will have a lot more room to actually kind of move through. But I do think the demos will be the big game changer here. I feel like Moop, with how he played the last map, will be massive. I do disagree with what you said before about demos being more effective on this map, just because there is no map as punishing as Granary mid. There's no mid as punishing as Granary mid, because there is no other mid where you can get shut out as handily as you can on Gran. And a dominant demo completely can win you the game on Granary just because of how easily you can make the mids. But honestly, like, this is still a very strong demo map, and I feel like with how open it is, it'll come down to the demo and the soldiers. So the demo and the scouts, sorry, not the soldiers, to really win this game. And I feel like the scouts last map, Mitch had a great game. I feel like the Sacred Scouts started off slow but managed to pick themselves up, but I don't really think we really saw enough of them. They didn't really get enough, you know, room to move on Granary, so I'm not really too sure how they'll perform on this map, but I feel like it's the team with the better scouts will win this map.
Yeah, definitely, and just, I believe I had one team ready up. There is still a player missing from the server, and
And CKM
sort of-
did drop.
yeah, there is one other thing that Sunshine has going for it, and I would say in a lot of regards it is a quite off-class friendly map. So obviously both teams have been showing their snipers plays, but how do you think that's going to work on Sunshine? You know, I've got some pretty interesting sniper angles, especially coming onto second here. You can hit a few very cheeky shots, which I've been on the misfortunate end of.
Yeah, look, I mean, Mitch had a great game on Sniper last map. He spent a lot more time sniping than anyone else. I mean, we had Super play a little bit of Sniper, but not loads. So I feel like Mitch, he did hit some really nice shots beforehand, and I feel like if he can keep up that consistency, then that'd be great. But you really can't get caught into the trap of just running Sniper whenever, you know, whenever you feel like you are struggling to push or something, because it can really be a detriment to your side if that sniper isn't consistent, if he isn't hitting those shots, and that's a trap lots of lower level teams really do fall for quite often. And it looks like we actually do have some VAC authentication errors, which is you know, one of the most annoying bugs you can possibly get in TF2 or really any Source game. So hopefully that gets sorted, but we'll probably be, I'm guessing, about another 5 minutes before we go live.
Yeah, I think everyone remembers Lost Owl and sort of all the annoyance surrounding people dropping from scrims and matches all the time with that back era. It seemed to have cleared up a bit, but I think this just shows that there are still cases where people are being bit on the ass because of it. And yeah, once again, we're going to see an Owl game delayed, but you know, what is Owl without some plays? In fact, what's TF2
Well, it's not
without
Owl.
plays? Well, it's not Owl. What am I saying? It is our Summer Cup. For once, we're using the correct nomenclature for a TF2 division competition. I cannot say words today, aside from nomenclature apparently.
Well, I feel like we actually, since we got Dreamboat in, we have a bit of leeway to call it, you know, Owl whenever, just because, you know, it's winter for someone somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, we actually have a Summer Cup this time, and it's been great. It's been really good to have that, you know, off-season cup where it's not completely serious. Teams aren't, you know, training super hard to be the best, but it's still taken seriously enough that teams really are putting it all into each game that they play.
Yeah, and speaking of that, we are really at the tail end of the tournament here. I mean, we've got, I think, another few series of the loser bracket rounds, and then we're right into semi-finals.
Yeah.
And then not much longer until grand finals, so, you know...
Well, I believe there was another
up.
upper bracket round game today between Labracadabradors and
Jasmine T.
And Jasmine T had a pretty easy victory. It was 7-2, 5-0 or something, so that was as expected, really.
Yeah.
But I think there's only one other upper bracket game, if I remember correctly, before they get to the upper bracket final.
Yes, I believe it will be Gossip Girls versus the winner of, I think it'll be a match involving Smug and one of the winners of this next lower bracket round, if I'm not mistaken. So unsurprisingly,
well, it wouldn't be Smug because, well, I'm talking the upper bracket
oh
grand
yes,
final.
upper bracket round, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting completely all over the place
Have a
here
quick
with this
look
tournament
at
structure.
the challenge.
There's so much going on
Looks
in
like
this
we
tournament.
got upper bracket round 3. Oh, sorry. That was actually the last upper bracket round 3 game, because yeah, the previous one was Gossip Girl versus Smug, which happened
Yes.
a few days ago. So yeah, it looks like the upper bracket grand final game will be between Gossip Girl and Jasmine T, and the rest of them will be lower brackets until Jasmine T plays off the winner of the lower bracket. So yeah, we are definitely getting to the point into the competition, and things should be getting a little bit tighter.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I really hope we can be able to cast a match of, or at least someone get some coverage of the Jasmine T Gossip Girl
Oh, I'm sure
match,
that will
because
definitely happen.
that's probably the first time there's going to be the real top two teams butting heads, and, you know, should be a really entertaining match. You know, Jasmine T obviously being the most dominant, or, you know, in some cases, second most dominant team in Australia for the past, what, 5 seasons or so? Maybe 4? But, you know, Gossip Girl is really, really coming together as a team, and, you know, possibility of maybe a slight upset there. Who knows? It's Team Fortress 2.
I would put, you know, I'm not a betting man, and I don't, you know, don't use Saloon, especially as a caster, but I personally think Jasmine should have a still fairly easy victory. I don't think there'll be any upsets, but, you know, Gossip Girl certainly can't be underestimated. And if Jasmine T do underestimate them, they could be in for a little bit of a surprise.
Yes, and it looks like we still haven't got word. We've still got one player down from either team, so I believe it's the demo. No, it's not the demo. I can't even look at class icon today. What is wrong with me? We are down a soldier on the side of male Cougars, and similarly we are down a soldier. No, we're not. What are we down on the side of? Well, we're down a demo. No, we're not down demo. Everyone's on off classes for this pre-game. It is incredibly frustrating.
We are missing. We're missing. What's his name? CKM on Sacred, and Halion on male Cougars. So a soldier for each. Well, actually, no. CKM was playing Scout last time, so soldier and a Scout. So hopefully we can come back in. Malice is on his way back. I think he is in Spectator. So there we go. Malice just waiting on CKM, but he was the one who originally did have that that Steam back authentication error issue. So really, he could be back soon, or he could also not be.
Yeah, and it could be a bit of an issue for the SACRED.tf team because, you know, CKM ended up doing a lot of work for them on that Granary map and made a few really deciding plays, especially just coming up behind Malice and getting some crucial med picks. I think there are some chats going on between teams, so don't know what's happening. Apparently, the final player for male Cougars will be back in the server shortly, but we still have no word for CKM, so yeah, things are possibly looking quite poorly for the Sacred roster. Hopefully they have a substitute on hand, or possibly even maybe the use of another merc. I'm not sure what will the rules be here, because CKM himself was a merc, but he has dropped out, so I think this would be breaking the 2-merc rule we've got going here.
So, well, while we're waiting for this one, so the next game that in this tournament looks to be the lower bracket game between Kids versus the Resurrected 6, which will be tomorrow night. I don't think that's going to be casted, but regardless, it should still be a pretty good game. I think those teams had some relatively. I feel like they're on a pretty even level with each other, so it should be a decent game.
Yeah, definitely.
But after that, I think, yeah, it'll go on to the new round of lower brackets, so that will include such teams as Labracadabradors, Smug, winner of this game, winner of Get Some 90 Opinions, actually. Has that one been played? That one's tonight as well, actually.
Yes, it's happening as we speak. It might actually be over by now, who knows. And obviously we had another losers bracket game which you casted last night with Dreamboat, that You Bad LOL game versus Great Gravy, where we almost saw possibly one of the greatest comebacks ever.
Well, I wouldn't say greatest comebacks ever, just because it was an...
Trying to bring up some hype.
You can't really call that if the comeback didn't happen, but it was really close, and it was a really good game, that second map. The first map, not so much, but Great Gravy really put in a good performance on that second map of Gully Wash.
Yeah, definitely. But you know, UBAD ended up being the far more dominant team and taking it in 2 clean maps, or clean-ish, if you call the 5-4 win clean. But yeah, we still have no word on what's happening with CKM here, so we might be in here for an indefinite wait. We could possibly be going for a break here, so just hold your horses, everyone who's wanting to catch some Gift to action, as my game decides to crash.
Alright guys, so we'll go to a quick break while we wait for the next person to join the server, so stay tuned everyone. We'll be back with more Fozzlm and Summer Cup action. Stay tuned.
Sorry. And we are back. It looks like CKM is trying to rejoin, but I think the teams might be getting ready up anyway. I'm not too sure. Looks like maybe Sacred should be, if not getting a sub. That being said, so CKM was a Merc already, so I do say don't worry. So maybe he's back in. Yeah,
we
looks like CKM is on his way in, and they should be readying up in just a second once he is finished.
Yeah,
loading in.
That's all about to be on our way with the second map here. Male Cougars do need to take this if they do want to remain in this ozfortress Summer Cup. Otherwise, it is goodbye for them if SACRED.tf get the win here. And it looks like, yeah, we're just a mere moments away. So, possibly not the best thing, but do you want to maybe do some preds for this map? As I hear one team already ready up.
I do feel like this will be Male Cougars map. They brought it really close, a 4-3 map on Granary, and this is their pick. So I feel like Male Cougars will be able to take this. It just depends on whether they can coordinate a little bit better than last time and bleed players a little bit less. So, you know, the onus is on them to do it, but I feel like this is their map to do it on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I just feel Sunshine, you know, being the sort of slightly odd entity that it is, I feel like it'll just play slightly better in front of Male Cougars' hands. And here we go. We have gone live for the first round of CP Sunshine. SACRED.tf, first Male Cougars. Do you want to take us through this first mid, Smith?
Yeah, sure thing. And it looks like Moop there a little bit earlier again. He's been pretty fast on these rollouts, beating Uga by a fair bit. Not getting a fair bit of damage actually, hitting Uga with a couple of stickies, and it looks like Soldier's trying to vie for that upper ground. Just lots of spam exchange, nothing really happened, but Moop goes down straight away to CKM. Mitch and Cursor picking up frags of their own, Whipple and down going down, Malice dead as well, so no medics, but Ride and Uga get picked up by Cursive and Mitch, both of the scouts. Cursive gets Super and Halion finishes CKM. That was a scout combo for the ages right there. They did so well, picking off 5 frags together. And yeah, it looks like Male Cougars cleanly picking off that mid, only losing their medic.
Yeah, that was the saving grace there that Malice did go down. And the demo,
they did lose the demo as well, but that was early on, so he respawned.
It's a bit of a saving grace here, so, you know, even Uber's 4 last pointers, we are seeing a heavy from Super get set up on this last point. Looks like SACRED.tf not going to go for any other off classes. I know Sniper and Engineer both really have their place here. In fact, it looks like, yep, Super's decided to go off to Sniper and starting to just go down and peek into this lobby area, hoping he can get someone who just peeks through this shutter door.
Is Moop? Moop is actually playing Pyro. He meant to forward spawn, but he messed up, and he left spawn by accident. Uga goes down to Mitch. Mitch actually going for a suicide play, but makes it work, getting a demo. But unfortunately, with Moop being on Pyro,
well,
Male Cougars can't capitalize on it.
I think Mitch was mainly suiciding just to let
he was
in spawn. Yeah,
absolutely. But yeah, with Moop messing up.
But off class remains as Mitch is back on Sniper, so we've got a Sniper vs Sniper showdown along with a heavy on the field.
I feel like that is a real shame though for the Male Cougars side, because if Moop wasn't on that Pyro and was in position, that's an easy push into last without a demo. That's what you want. So just really unfortunate for them, a bit of a misplay, leaving spawn as Pyro when you're supposed to be a demo. But here we go, and Moop, wow!
Yeah, Super got shot down to 6 HP from a headshot, body shot.
Oh, and that heavy going down so early, that's so bad for Sacred.
Moop, finally realizing that Demo is a far superior class Pyro and showing us exactly why. Frags are actually going relatively even. Obviously there are in the fail of Male Cougars here, but possibly not enough to go down. But as I say that, Bowen takes down Uga. Things are not looking good here. Whipple gets launched across the map. Mitch gets a headshot. Malice gets an Ubersaw. And there we go, Male Cougars following their Granary performance and taking out the first round of the map in a relatively quick fashion here.
Yeah, Sacred were horrendously out of position. I mean, the heavy and that soldier early on going down, that is worst case scenario for you holding last. The heavy needed to be back with that medic on 450 HP. I have no clue why he was so far forward. Yeah,
and we actually have Moop beating Uga by a good 2 seconds or so on this mid. Not really getting out, actually, I say not getting out damage. Uga dropped down to about 60 HP here, but no one's here to follow up, so it's just going to be an easy rebuff for his medic. Health fairly even on either side. No one's going down Bowen, lucky to survive on 8 HP. ZCam also low, but again, neither team committing too hard. In fact, what is Moop doing? He's just plus boarding with a scout. that scout being Kaiza gets taken down by a fantastic fight by Uga, who goes down once again to mid. Move goes down though as well, so things are not looking too good for this Malice team. But as I say that, mid gets another kill onto Whipple. CCAM picks another one up onto Malice, Bowen being the only survivor here from this male Cougar side. But yeah, Bowen going down, SACRED.tf taking the mid, but Midge once again getting two really crucial frags there.
Yeah, that was a very messy mid. Both teams had really superior positioning advantages at points during that mid, but neither of them really capitalized on them. Early on, male Cougars were in a really bad position. All well, I mean, it wasn't a bad position, but they were all grouped up, and you know, an aggressive double soldier bomb would have completely cleaned them up. But you know, Sacred not wanting to commit, and then later on, this male Cougars actually spread nicely out and were able to pick off some, you know, get some damage on their flank, but didn't really capitalize on it. So just very messy, and neither team capitalizing on the advantages they made.
Yeah, so we're seeing exactly even Uber as Super getting really aggressive here onto this little deck area, gets taken down. Bit of a misplay from him, but you know, with both teams only sitting on about 60 Uber or so, it might not be too costly. But as I say that, Halion is getting really aggressive into this cafe area. He's walking all the way up for free. And you know, SACRED.tf side are all sort of backed by their cafe, playing quite defensively.
Yeah, look, I feel like Male Cougars got some nice ground there from killing that player, but they just let it go. They got the ground, they moved up into cafe, they moved up into flank, and then they just moved back. They've given SACRED.tf a lot of room to work with for this upcoming push, and I don't really know why they did that.
And speaking of that up close push, Super with a fantastic moment and forces Uber. That was a fantastic sync rocket jump through
very
choke.
nice.
Really good work from him. And here we go, right, taking the Uber trade to this other team. He jumps in, gets one rocket onto Medic. Surely will finish him off. Malice still somehow surviving. Fantastic shoots from him. But as I say that, down picks up 2 flank kills. Things are not looking too good for this male Cougar side unless Cursor picks up a Constellation frag onto CCAM. Both teams just sort of not wanting to overcommit here, but it looks like, yep, here we go. Male Cougars are all the way out, and really good Uber from Riot, even though he wasn't able to really pick up too many players.
Honestly, he mismanaged that Uber. He mismanaged his ammo terribly in that Uber, and he really had a good chance to pick off Malice, but he, like, you know, he rocket jumped over to the medic, missed a shot, rocket jumped again, hit one rocket, and then had nothing left. So he couldn't push up the medic.
Move overextending here into lobby, gets taken down by the shotgun of Riot, who picks up Curse as well. Mick with a really good headshot onto down, but Riot picking up those 2 kills, including one from Demo Man. You know, Malice has an overcharge. Whipple's just coming up now, but
Super
Demo
going
down.
onto the medic, but he can't get. Oh, he does!
What?
Super with the final rocket onto Malice. I thought he wasn't going to get it, but he did. And this is an easy push now for Sacred. Halion getting Super, but CKM getting Bowen, and players getting down really low here for male Cougars. Moot goes down. CKM does go down, so it looks like it could still happen. Lots of damage from Halion and Mitch. Curses all combining up to win. Surely
down?
The down is coming back in. He's got the damage. There's too low HP on the male Cougars side. That was so close to being an amazing defense from those 3 players, but down just with the right timing.
That was an incredibly messy fight. A fantastic bomb in by Super, and you know, that's really heartbreaking for Malice. You know, you never want to drop Uber, you know, with 6 players up on last. But his team almost had that miracle hold, but down, yeah, which is that final clean up. We have Bowen with a really quick roller onto his bell tower, getting some really nice damage onto Uga, dropping him down to 40 HP, but has to back out as he's taking a lot of spam himself. But he sets up so much positional advantage for his team, and this SACRED.tf team sort of really not sure what to do with themselves with this, as they drop 3 players in quick succession. Move putting down some fantastic damage.
Oh
Mitch
my God.
once again cleaning up.
Honestly, that was a perfect mid for male
And in fact,
Cougars.
it was.
They didn't lose a single player, but they did so much damage so early on. So yeah, what was it? Halion, I know, Bowen rather, with that early rollout, doing so much damage to the demo, forcing him back. He couldn't contest that mid. Then lots of damage to a soldier and a scout, forcing them back. They just couldn't contest. Sacred got completely outclassed.
The last point is coming in. They're already on the point.
Oh my God, what a
have
round.
even come out of spawn. Male Cougars flexing their muscles and showing that they really want to take this map. They do not want to get eliminated from the Summer Cup. And here we go, taking it 2-1.
I want to say,
fantastic early mid.
Sacred have been on average better, but when male Cougars have been on, they've been perfect. So if male Cougars can keep up the form, they will win this 100%.
Yeah, I want to see what Bowen, you know, after that fantastic last minute, I want to see what Bowen does. He just jumps up above his cafe, playing it a bit more defensively this mid. In fact, we actually see the road
down! Oh my God! 4 kills straight away, all led up to by the massive bomb from Shupa, I believe it was. So Shupa came all down to about like 80, sub 80 HP and down with a huge cleanup work. Holy crap, that was, look, I said Male Cougars had a perfect mid last time. That was about as good as you can get for Sacred there, so really nice reversal by them.
Yeah, just sort of roam the two soldiers of SACRED.tf going. Actually, as I say this, Bowen gets a really early frag on CCAM, so a good start to the mid, but as the Uber comes in, it's not really finding any frags early, but here we go. It's a 3-on-3
fight
fight
here.
here.
By Halion, misses the first, but gets the second one to Uga. And it might actually
Could
hold
be
this.
either way, but no, the Super just jumps in from his high ground, rains down the rockets, and pretty much wins that last push for his team, and ties it up again, 2-2. We're seeing some very quick rounds here on Sunshine. Incredibly close game as we come in here already on our 5th mid fight with 20 minutes still left to go on this clock. I'm really curious to see who takes this mid because, well, it has been the story, win the mid, win the game. We actually see Moob once again, quite a bit faster than the demo
and Uga
counterpart.
so low!
That was a fantastic rocket by, I believe it was,
I think it was a sticky straight up first to take him low.
Actually, Bowen is behind the enemy team right now. He's coming through choke as his team sort of crumbles around him. He jumps in, gets shut down. Can't get anything done. Here we go, Halion jumping in as well, but once again, SACRED.tf clearing out that mid fight with only Shupa going down. Sort of a mirror image of that last mid fight.
I can see what Male Cougars are trying to do. They're trying to play around right side, rotate around, but it's not working. They're just sticking around this, out front of Cafe for way too long. And I think it's the third mid they've done that. They could finally realize it and properly capitalize. Jump 2 soldiers over top and did so much damage. And here comes their Uber. Riot picking up Moob straight off the bat. Exactly what you want. Pushing in with that overcharge. Gets cursive. Riot does go down, but Halion down as well. Only 3 players left alive for the Male Cougars side, and this should be a really, really easy push to finish off.
Mitch is going to have to go big.
Mitch is he could do it. He's still on the point. And a low, but here comes Shupa.
Once again, Shupa. That round was, in a way, I'd say almost identical to the last one in terms of how it played out, how the mid-fight played out, and then how Shupa just comes in, bombs after his team is sort of all crumbled around him, and fires some easy rockets and wins the game.
Yeah, look, Male Cougars are trying to go for right side rollout, but they're just hesitating, and they're kind of sitting in no man's land. They really need to commit to it. You can't half-ass the right side rollout.
Yeah, definitely. Demo's actually relatively even on this next mid. Really not much we said. Uga down very low here, and Moob finds him with a fantastic sticky snipe. Really good work from him. Moob taking down Shupa as well. Moob is going really ham on these mids.
CK's behind it. I don't think they know that he is. Oh, actually, no, they've seen him. Yeah, Moop and Mitch know.
Moob! That fully deserves that taunt.
Yeah, says what?
Moop, that was a fantastic mid from the demo of Male Cougars. He put out so much damage, and CCAM dropping the nice taunt dude in chat. Bit of
salt coming out from CKM, it seems.
And we do actually have an even Uber trade on this, even Uber situation on this last point, so it might be a bit of stalemate, but here we go, down is up on Sniper, seeing what he can do here. Mitch gets a bit aggressive up into lobby, as we see all of his team actually on the right side. They can.
Here comes an aggressive Uber. Wow, Riot! That's huge. Getting the demo there is absolutely massive. They should be able to push up pretty easily now. That is a 2-player advantage for them. Uber isn't going to do much more, but now they have good position. Bowen with a nice rocket and an air shot, I believe that was, onto Riot, but he puts it into a better position to fight this and gets 2 kills onto Cursive and Bowen. That was really nice Uber from Riot. He did so well there, but it's not over. Uga does pick up Halion, trying to go for that medic, I think, but not able to finish him off.
Yeah, it is worth out. They couldn't just roll in for last point because that point was sort of capped behind them, which is a bit of a shame. We saw Uga having to hurriedly sticky off last there just in hope of no cheeky backcaps, but we're not going to see any of them for a while, hopefully. And so we're here with a pretty much roughly even Uber situation. It's about 15% on, but actually, as I say that, SACRED.tf are just coming in here. They do not need an Uber charge to get this mid fight. And fantastic bomb there by Riot, just jumping into choke and just scaring all of Male Cougars back into their second point there. Really good work.
And we still do have that full Uber, not full Uber advantage, but 10% on Whipple. He's just getting even up now. Shupa does go down. That's good timing there for the side of Male Cougars. Not so good for Sacred. That's going to delay them a lot in wanting to push, and it could give an opportunity for Male Cougars to push in now. It looks like they're going to try and take it into this cafe area.
Yeah, they're not going to have the same mistake they had last round. It looks like they possibly have the demo of Uga caught off. No, he just sticks up and chokes. Oh, Mitch. Bit unaware, could have got an easy demo here.
Riot chills himself on the medic.
Oh, Mick just hiding behind one of the little shacks here, gets Whipple at the end of the fight. Moop getting another pipe onto CKM. This fight could really still go either way, but Halion gets down. And Trooper as well, fantastic. And now gets a third onto Uga. Really good cleanup from him.
Really nice post-Uber play there from the Malkugas side. I'm honestly a little bit surprised they did win that. They could have, I feel like they should have stayed on their medic a little bit more, gotten those heals, but they still managed to win the DM battles if they needed to. Slash
is
Sacred missed some shots.
Just quickly, oh no. He was hiding just in a little patio area, but he has jumped back to his team, decided it's not worth going for that play. We actually have Trooper going in and sort of spamming some rockets through choke here. But Malkugas have this slight Uber advantage and they're just going with it. They're getting into this mid for free. They actually pick up down and CKM. Really fantastic work from this Malkugas side.
Kaiza picking up both of those frags, good cleanup work from him, and this should give them a really good chance to push into the last. They have 100% Uber and 14 seconds on CKM spawn, so they will absolutely have a one-player advantage pushing into this last point. They need to go now though, because Whipple is on 94%. They just took it a little bit too long. Whipple is going to get this Uber in just a second. There he goes, does pop it off, and now it's time for Malkugas to retreat. Their Uber is gone. They've got nothing to work with. Halion goes down. They didn't get any frags. So Mitch is dead as well, with a flare from Super on that Pyro. Down the only casualty so far for Sacred. Whipple does die to Moop. Moop with a nice play there. Cursor goes down. Riot dead as well. It's even players, but Uga with a nice pipe finishing Moop off. So it looks like it should go to Sacred in the end, but Malice is still alive. So this is a massive Uber advantage here for Malkugas.
Yeah, that was really interesting. I thought Malkugas seemed to be really sort of overextended in the last pair, and I really thought that the SACRED.tf crew were going to completely punish them for that, but it just sort of all backfired for them. And here we go, yeah, they're sitting with about 50% Uber advantage, and they can start pushing into this last any second now. They
need to start moving. Like, I feel like they really need to kind of make space now, instead of just... They've been doing this the whole time. They've waited until they got their Uber, and then they've tried to make the space. If they run into any problems now, I mean, they could give Sacred enough time to move in, but they do manage to get all the way in with this Uber, and here it comes. No frags as of yet. Lots of damage done though to the Sacred side. Super does go down, but so do Bowen and Mitch. This Heavy doing lots of work. He's only on 200 HP. Ul goes down. Whipple's on 19 HP on 77%. He does manage to live through this massive defense from the Sacred side. Malice going down at the end as well. Whipple, wow, I don't know how he lived through that, because he was down to so low right near the end of that.
CKM having that fantastic game sense to just know to quickly swap off of the Scout, and that extra 300 HP on the board really, I think, was one of the main deciding factors for SACRED.tf holding that. I really don't think Malkugas were expecting that play, and we actually have Mitch up on Sniper here, hoping to maybe counter that Uber advantage, but unless he hits a shot very soon,
but Uber has been used.
They only pick up Mitch though, so they can pick up Mitch and get the midpoint, and Bowen.
The big crater.
Slammed.
Look, that's fine for the Malkugas side. Look, you lost your sniper. They did lose the soldier as well. I feel like they probably could have saved him. But Moop does pick up Riot with a sticky trap. So now it's actually in the favor of Malkugas. They do have a massive Uber advantage. And it is even players. But Sacred looking to push through this completely dry, and it's not necessarily working out for them. But Moop has gotten caught out. Cursor does pick up CKM, but Moop should die now to Uga. Very nice by Sacred capitalizing that forward demo, but here comes the soldier and the medic. Down goes down, but Halion gets caught out. Malice only on 84%, not quite going to pick it off. Cursive and Bowen teaming up to get some frags. Whipple going down, so it looks like Malkugas should be able to push through right to second on this, because they have an Uber and they haven't had to use it.
Yeah,
they could make it to last, honestly.
That was a very odd exchange that happened on the second. I sort of just lost track of all the action that was going on there. Yeah, very confusing passage to play, but it all goes in favor of Malkugas, and they need it. They need to pick up a round soon. 12 minutes left on the clock, and they're starting to move onto the second point. You have an 80% Uber advantage.
Oh, that was an early pop from Malice. He could have taken one rocket there, and this actually could punish. This could be a little bit bad for Malkugas. An early pop, a little bit of a trigger finger there from Malice. Means they do not have an Uber to work with anymore. Looks like Bowen's still trying to get some work done, but he's not going to find anything. So it's even players. Both teams have one soldier down, and it looks like Malkugas are really going to have to kind of hold on to this second point, because I wouldn't be surprised to see Sacred try to push out, knowing that they have an Uber advantage.
Well, they are moving forward with a pyro, so this could be a new fantastic strategy we're seeing here. It does look like Shooper's possible. No, Shooper's staying on pyro, so...
Yep, there we go.
Really not sure what's happening here.
I think we might have some stickies up or something. Looks like Lawley and... Oh my god, move! What? What? The spam from lower. Oh my god, the drop on the Whipple, that's huge.
Halion picking up CKM. I mean, this is almost pretty much a guaranteed round in the bag for Male Cougars. Move just... I don't know what to say. I'm slightly speechless. That was fantastic by him.
That was ridiculous. The sticky and the pipe at the exact same time, finishing off the medic, dropping him. That is one of the most satisfying things you can do as demo, just the spam pipes to drop the medic. And that is huge.
Yeah,
absolutely huge for Male Cougars.
And after that fantastic performance, I am going to be forced to have to watch him this mid. Again, actually beats Uga by a clean couple of seconds. As we see, Uga only getting through choke here, but Moop and Uga both down a bit low. Just really empty damage being traded over. Really aggressive bomb here by the soldiers of SACRED.tf. And here we go, the scouts clean off of it. Mitch, Bowen, Moop, Malice all down. Right. And Stupid only going down. They traded their lives for those bombs, but I would say it was completely worth it, as Cursed is the only player alive, and he might not be alive for much longer, having a scout duel against CCam, and CCam picks that one up. So again, another wipe.
Dan had some really nice clean up that mid. He did a really good job doing what the soldiers left open for him. So really nice by him and the soldiers of Sacred.
Yeah, again, just this happened, you know, the last time.
We actually have Mitch up on Spy now. Off class, man, he's they haven't spotted him. He could actually get a frag here. I'm not sure if they don't know. Now. They don't know. He's going up behind the medic. Could he do it? He's got it! No! He doesn't got it!
He forced the Uber though.
But can't quite get the stab. Oh my god, but it looks like Sacred should be able to finish this off. They've managed to pick up enough frags, and there's so many low players out here on Male Cougars. That was like another 5 degrees on that medic, and he would have gotten that. He would have gotten that stab. That was so ridiculously close.
Yeah, melee hit detection in this game just possibly causing Male Cougars.
Nah,
we're not going to blame
quite
on
enough.
We're not going to
turned.
blame on that. So both demos again, not getting to mid relatively even times. Again, we see a really aggressive bomb here from Trooper, getting suspended in midair by Cursor. Fantastic work from him. But that's really not slowing down their team. As I say that, Mitch is up behind. He's missing all of his shots though. Is going to make it out of his life and finally takes down CCam. So Mitch had a chance of possibly taking down the Medin down here. Whiffs it a bit, and here we go. We're about a bit DM fist. 2 scouts versus scout and a soldier. Mitch is coming up behind. The players do not know about it. He picks up 1 frag. Will he be able to take down? This is where all the MG grinding pays off here. Or is he?
Oh, and Mitch picks it up. That was
Fantastic.
look. That's how you want to end a mid with 2 scouts left alive. That is what you want to clean them up, and it worked out just enough for them.
Yeah, again, a very one of the messier mid fights we've seen on the Sunshine map, and it's actually still going on.
I don't know how Super lived. He was on like 30 HP for so long.
Speaking of low HP, CCam and Super are still both very low themselves. Things not looking too good for the Sacred team, and I think they just need to hightail their way out of there unless they get a frag very soon, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're running out of choke. Finally, Male Cougars picking up the mid fight. One of the longer mid fights I've seen, but you know, all in the end, it goes straight to them. Very even Ubers here going onto this second stalemate.
Male Cougars is really unable to capitalize on so much damage they put out. They had so many players low for so long, but they weren't able to finish off the frags.
Yeah, so this past few times there's been a sort of stalemate. We have seen Super just bombing through choke here. Are you expecting Bowen to sort of do a similar thing here? Or do you think Male Cougars will go for a different approach and maybe just try to out-bustle them through, say, Cafe or Flowers?
I feel like they'll probably go for a bomb. I feel like Bowen's bombs have been working out pretty well for them so far, and I feel like they'll just try to bomb them around through main, but under arch. But I don't know. I feel like Sacred have a pretty good hold on him now. He's bombed in enough times that they know exactly what to look for.
Yeah, he is grabbing, looks like he's getting his 300 from his medic, and it looks like he's starting to move in Flowers with a scout, but they do have to watch out that Super is just standing on this railing, ready to hopefully deny any jump that comes through. And,
the air shot of Bowen! Woohoo!
Well, that's
Oh
how
my
you
god,
shut
that
down
was
bush.
beautiful. That was an absolutely beautiful layer shot there. Completely shut him down. And Halion does pick up Super, so it's going to be even players again. But that was a nice to watch.
Yeah.
Mitch
Mitch
just
actually
gets
picking up
CKM.
CKM. Really good work for him. So this could possibly be in. Actually, yes, that is going to be more than enough for this Mal Cougar side to push in. Uga jumping in aggressively, slowly detached from his team. But no, the Uber comes in really early here from Whipple. Things are not looking good. They need to either get a frag here or just get the hell out of here. They might Mitch chasing really aggressively, but Uga with those fantastic damage.
Oh,
but Halion
up! Halion, Moop, and Bowen! Oh my god, Super does pick up Moop, but that's not going to be enough. 13 seconds on every player other than CKM. CKM needs the whole of his life here. 8 seconds, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to go down right here, and that is going to be a 4-4 scoreline with 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes 40 even.
Yeah, what a fantastic just post-Uber play from the soldiers of Mal Cougars, just cleaning up all those players. Really unexpected. But
Yeah, I feel like, I guess, Sacred just were a bit too aggressive with the Uber. They popped it a little bit too early. They could have held on to it for a little bit longer. But here we go, new mid now. And both demos really pretty even on damage, nothing really gained, nothing lost. Soldiers just trying to get the ground up on the bell tower. Not much damage done to each. There we go, looks like CKM will pick up Malice early on in the mid fight, and this is going all the way of Sacred. Though, some frags coming back now for male Cougars, but it's still going to be Sacred's mid, finishing up with that scout, those two scouts and that medic. And it's going to be a full Uber charge moving into last in not very long from now.
Yeah, that mid was sort of just a CKM show. Got 3 really nice frags there. Med, Demo, and I believe it was one of the soldiers. But Mal Cougars sort of, you know, it's a 4-4 tie game. They need to win this, and you know they're totaling up with a sniper and an engineer on this last point, and they really need to hold this. They do not want to go down a round with 4 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, I feel like now it's coming to the time where parking the bus is a viable strategy if you're ahead. So if Sacred managed to pick up this round, they could really easy stall it out, and the engineer going down straight away. It looks like the sentry should go down pretty quickly too with that NG down, and it's another player dead. Mitch going down on the sniper. Bowen goes down, Moop goes down, only Malice left alive, and that is a very clean push. Mitch calling the GG, not realizing that it's European rules, and it isn't first to 5, it's actually 5 round difference or time.
CKM, he is dropping the sarcastic, yeah, GG, double exclamation points. Bit of a tiny bit of trash talk, bit low key, but let's move into this next mid here. Mal Cougars really need a dominant performance, and it looks like Uga's move's actually a bit slower than Uga on this mid, but doesn't seem to be too much of an issue as the soldiers from either side take a lot of high ground. A really aggressive bomb from Super, but gets denied. Oh, that's why stickies are one of the best weapons in the game, if not the best. Fantastic work from Uga.
And that's it. I think that's the nail on the coffin, honestly. The last mid, surely, going to be 5-4, pushing into last with Uber. This is Sacred's game now to pretty much lose.
Yeah, I mean, I really thought that mid could have gone either way, but then I just saw those 3 frags all come up with the little sticky icon next to the name, and we're going full Turtle Town here. We have got the heavy, we have got the sniper man. We do not have an engineer, and because there's just not enough time, you become
ready. Oh my god. But they do pick up the frags, Moop and Bowen down. This heavy isn't going down there, they haven't focused him enough, and Cursive sitting there on a fair bit of HP still, should actually be able to pick up some frags. Soldier coming out on top of him, it can finally finish him off. Only 2 players left alive, Mitch and Malice, but the players on Sacred are low. Only Shooter and down, but they do finish him off down with 2 nice mid shots there. 6-4 is the scoreline with 2 minutes 30 to go. This is going to be a really tough task. It's very technically doable, but they need... Male Cougars really need to roll through and cap in a minute each.
They essentially need a repeat of their second round room, which I believe they got in about 50 seconds. Moop, very quick to this mid fight. In fact, a lot quicker than his demo counterpart. Gets some nice early damage, but really not enough for any players that seem to work on. If they want to win this game, they need frags right now, and Mitch dying as the first player on the mid is not a good start. Bowen goes down as well. Halion does pick up Super, but it just looks like SACRED.tf. Oh, Whipple is down though, but Malice and Halion are in so little health.
And Malice with a nice finishing crossbow kill.
It's a nice little consolation.
It is. It's always nice to get a crossbow kill, even if you're about to lose. So, a minute 30, Sacred winning the mid. that's it. That's unfortunately it. The GG has been called for Malice, Helion, and Bowen. So I feel like from now on it's probably not going to be as serious, but it's been a really, really good game tonight between the two teams. Very, very intense. We actually got Mitch on the spy, just getting caught out. Not able to do anything. And Schufer with the rocket jump kill onto Bowen off his head.
Yeah, that was Sunshine ended up being really sort of a copy of Granary. It was really close all throughout the match, but SACRED.tf just pulling it together where it matters, getting able to clean up those final rounds, and there we go. 50 seconds left on the clock. They can probably get this round here if they actually pushes the team. CKM picks up Moot. Uga gets Cursive, so yeah, we've got players on the point. This is probably going to be another round. Yeah, this is going to be another one. 7-4 the scoreline. That's going to be the finishing scoreline too, because with 40 seconds left on the clock, there's not enough time for any team to make a round. So, what a really, really close set of games, honestly. Like 7-4 is the score, but that was it was closer than that. I mean, three round difference is isn't really doing justice to how hard both of these teams fought throughout the night. Sacred only just really pulling ahead in the dying minutes of this game. Yeah, it's really a shame to see. It would have been fantastic to see it go to a third map, because it really, I mean, as we've seen here, really could have been anyone's game, but you know, just SACRED.tf having just a slight upper hand in a few fights, a few, you know, clutch moments, a few really strong individual plays, and they just come up with a few more rounds, and sadly, male Cougars will be dropped from this Summer Cup, but, you know, we'll see SACRED.tf advancing, so at least, you know, there's a bit of happiness where there's sadness, as there always is, in these double elimination brackets.
So I'm not too sure who they'll be playing up against next round, but it will be, in theory, then one of Labracadabradors or Great Gravy.
I believe Great Gravy are out of the competition.
Oh, sorry, not Great Gravy, that was low bracket actually, yeah, I'm getting mixed up between my brackets here. So, well, regardless, they'll be playing again next week, and yes, as you said, Melcook is out of this competition, unfortunately. But they had a nice showing, honestly. They performed well in the qualifiers, and this game was a really nice game from them. I think, as I said, Sacred I would rate a little bit better than Melcookers, but Melcookers definitely brought the fight to them, and had a really, really good game.
Yeah, and hopefully we see this male Cougars team decide to stick together for the next season of OWL, because you're right, they showed a lot of promise, especially in this early qualifying round. I think they broke a lot of expectations. I believe they had like really clutch wins over some of the, what you'd assume, higher seeded teams, so really strong performance by them, and we will actually be seeing SACRED.tf coming up against the UBadlow, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah, that's the one, yep, okay. That makes sense.
So that'll be a very tough match for them. UBadlow having some really dominant performances in this tournament.
Yeah, I just want to say, so I was right about, so the scouts were really the telling tale on this map. Down and CKM on 87 and 78 points apiece. We don't have, we just got logs actually, so I'll look to see what their official kill count and damage was, but they looks like they had a really, really good game. Not saying that the other scouts didn't, but the frags for CKM and Down really, really doing a lot of work there. So damage, top of the board, Riot and Moop. Again, pretty similar to each other. Halion was a lot closer to Riot this time. Uga still trailing Moop by a solid 1.2k damage. But yeah, the frags out on Down and CKM, 31 and 26. A fair bit better than Mitch and Cursive's 24 and 17. So yeah, it was the scouts really that were the deciding factor of this map.
Yeah, which is a shame because, you know, we saw both Mitch and Cursive have some really, really clutch plays, you know, that, especially Mitch on those mid fights. He, for a lot of mids, seemed to have the number of, Whipple, but yeah, in the end it just wasn't enough, and I guess just a bit more superior DM, bit more superior teamwork led to SACRED.tf being the overall victors in this match.
It was a definitely hard fought game. Really glad I was able to watch it. And it looks like, so I don't know what the next casted game is going to be, but we do have some more games being played. You know, tonight there was what was it? Get some
Resurrected 6 and
Get some Resurrected 6 tonight. What was the other game tonight? And there's another game on tomorrow. That's another lower bracket game, I believe. Not sure if that's being casted, but there's still definitely lots more games coming up.
Yeah, so keep your eyes peeled on TF Live TV. We're going to be bringing you as much action from the Summer Cup as we possibly can. Especially stick around for when we eventually get to the semi-finals and the grand finals, because they're going to be some clutch games. You're going to be able to watch the premier talent currently in Australian TF Fortress 2. So definitely it's going to get exciting in the next couple of weeks.
Looking forward to that. Anyway, thank you for watching. I have been Smithsonian, joined by Fozzlm and Kaiza on the camera. Thanks for watching another round of the lower bracket ozfortress Summer Cup.
Be sure to tune in next time for some more action from, like we said before, not sure when the next cast is, but follow this channel for all the updates, and follow ozfortress on Twitter, and all of our casters and production crew on Twitter for updates on our next cast. Thank you for watching, everyone, and peace out.